Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Roseland Podcast. Oh, Bronze Reaper Podcast. I'm your host, Roseland Perkins. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing great. We have a great, and a very interesting show today. The show. Hold on. What is that noise? Well, anyways, the show that we have today is the is the movie Us about Tethers trying to control the black agenda. Or we could say the black narrative. Either or, that's what we're going to be talking about today. We have a sub question today as well. Give me 1 second and I'll let y'all know. Um, why are the black diaspora trying to Africanize Black Americans and not see them as an ethnicity? It's a crazy question to ask. Um, I'm gonna say this. This show is gonna be a little bit kind of. It's gonna kind of be a research show, but also it's gonna be a more of a what's the word? Hmm. It's gonna be more of a thinking show. I know most people will be thinking like, oh, yo, Africans ain't trying to be like Black Americans and yada yada yada. But you gotta understand, Africans got their whole blueprint from Black Americans. If anything, they'll be using their tribal culture. And I always tell people all the time, there's nothing wrong with it, using other people's culture and stuff like that. We made martial art look super dope. Like niggas wasn't fucking with the martial arts. The reason why martial arts is as big as it is Black Americans. You know, um, give me a second. I always tell people all the time, I don't see nothing wrong with it, but you have to give credit to you know the creator. You know, I think that's what's wrong with other cultures now is that they don't want to give credit where credit is due. Give me a second, everyone. You know, I think paying tribute is always super dope, but I understand people don't want to pay credit or give credit when credit's due. Look at all these crazy inventions that were created. Give me a second. All these creative inventions that were created. You know, they would never people would never give credit to a Black American, even though they had their hands in it or they invented it. You know, I always say that. I feel that people don't want to give credit to the bottom of the barrel, even though they're not really bottom of the barrel. You know, like what made me actually think of this question is I think I was watching Us. Us is a crazy movie. Sorry, I'm just greasing up my hair. My hair is kind of thinning right here, but it's not. It's really not. It's just how my hairline is, but it's thinning a little bit. Watch when you see I get it cut, you be like, oh, yo, it wasn't even thinning. Um, I'm gonna say this. Before we even start, I think that's perfect like this. Ah, voila, I like this. Um, I do want to say this. I believe The way how the Western world is set up, they want to only give Europeans credit for everything. That's why, I was watching Tariq Nasheed and he was always saying this. People always want to say, yeah, we did it together and not give us the credit. When has anybody ever give us credit for anything? We talk about civil rights. The Latinos talk about, oh yeah, we were there too, man. Then when we talk about Lilac or LULAC or whatever organizations that they had, we end up seeing that, they were against black Americans. Even though black Americans has won that and said like, oh yo, you know what, we need to give them rights as well, you know? Nobody did not say, oh well, they were against us and this and that. No, we just like, yo, it's the only way. It's it's like kind of an obligation, you know. Then now you look like probably like 80 years later, you can see all these people who were the people that we thought was with us were against us. Was against us. 100%. Everybody we helped bring to this country, every person we fought for, they all became. We could say all of them were against us. You know. Um, like I always tell people all the time, it comes with the territory. Um, will it ever change? I don't know. I think people will have to police their own people. And that's just how I feel. That's why I talked about what I talked about the last episode. And it was certain Latinos delineate from the Latino community. I personally said Afro Latinas and probably Puerto Ricans and Dominicans should delineate from the Latino community. And the reason why I say that is because they got a strong foot in they got a strong, culture in North America. But the only thing that's keeping them back is basically them on the same side as the Latino community that are pushing the white supremacy. They could, twitch their culture where they be like, okay, yo, we don't do that. We know where we made a mistake at. We want to help y'all with reparations. Oh man, I drunk all my juice. But we already know that's not gonna work because at the end of the day, just how they feel about black Americans, you know, just how their country is, not colonized but has a colorism issue. I per se feel like I think Puerto Ricans and Dominicans should fix their colorism problem before they try to fix or try to jump in a situation as black Americans. Most black Americans don't have a colorism problem, you know? And I think some of this colorism started from when they were younger, you know? I always talk about my uncle's book and stuff, and I always say I think he had a colorism problem. Just the certain shit that he was doing, you know? Just only going on with white girls at the time, feeling like he wasn't accepted and like just acting out, And I think everybody has that type of issue when talking about colorism. Um, I felt I was when I was young and when I was reading the book, I kind of was mad. I was like, "Yo, how the fuck is?" And this is how my mind was like, "How the fuck you have a colorism and you're like, all the women want you, black women, white women, Asian women, Latino women, all type of flavors of women wanted you, and you had that colorism problem. The shit that you hated was your key to life, your key to love." You know, I always said that, but some people can't do it as well. Like my other uncle who's locked up right now, he gets out in like 2 months right now. A month and a half. We could say a month and a half. He gets out in a month and a half. And also I have to talk to I also have to video chat him too. Excuse me. But I want to say this. He has my uncle, give me a second. My uncle, my youngest uncle, he understood everything. For some reason, he was smart as well, but at the end of the day, he was a money go getting type of person, But sometimes I think things just don't add up the way you want it to add up, So it came with the territory. I'm gonna say that certain shit came with the territory, you know. Women loving you, you having money, you never really being broke, and it's just it is what it was. You could do so much, but if the whole situation just doesn't accept you, then what the fuck can you do? That's how you gotta look at it. Like, yo, what the fuck can I do now? It's just not working, you know. I do want to say this too. Again, also I want to thank y'all for the reaction video. Um, I got 1.3K of views, so that was super dope. I have done it. I did it on probably a 7-year-old reaction. I mean video of Tariq Nasheed and the lovely Jen Garcia debating. I think it was super dope. I thought the conversation was constructive. Yeah, there was a lot of trolling and jokes at both of them, but it was very entertaining to me. I like stuff like that, and the reason why I have like stuff like that is because um I guess my comedy is different, you know. Like Jim was throwing some low blows at black community, and Tariq was throwing low blows at Puerto Ricans. So it was super dope. I appreciated it. But before we start, let's get into the subtopic. The subtopic is why are the black diaspora trying to Africanize Black Americans? And when I say Africanize the Africanize the black diaspora is I'm just saying why are they tethering on for everything that we do? We don't see them tethering on to other Caribbean cultures and stuff like that. And I always tell people this, black Americans has created so much universal things. So many predominantary things. Predominantly. Um sorry, I got a little but also I feel like this. If we're gonna if we're gonna take credit away from black Americans, we need to take credit from Africans. You know? Let's be personally honest. If we're gonna say Africans are the original people, then they have to take on the destruction of certain countries. Genocide. They're the first ones to genocide people. You know, filled with a whole bunch of murder and cannibalism. We gotta take that away from the Caucasians and put it on the Africans now. And the reason why is because they got African genetics too. This is why I always told Africans stop doing that. Cause then after that we gotta put everything on y'all. To me, they are the creator of bushmeat. They are the inventor, the A1. If you want some good bushmeat, you go to Africa. You know, ain't nobody can make good bushmeat than Africans, especially Nigerians and Ghana. Oh yeah, South Africa too. Um, I always tell people all the time we have to be careful of doing that. You know, I know they don't care. I don't. I know that Hold on one second. Hold on one second. There we go. Good evening, everyone. So yeah, I always tell people all the time, y'all got to be careful of doing that shit. It's the question is why don't Africans want us to have any type of credit? They always got to say, "Oh, yo, they got it from the African ancestors," and we know nothing about fucking Africans. We didn't even know Africans don't even wear dashikis. We just made something super big that looked mad fly and called it fucking a dashiki. Is a dashiki even African? These are the questions that we have to ask, man. And I used to be like, I was a borderline Pan Africanist. And the reason why I say I was a borderline Pan Africanist, I always believe, and this is just me, I believe most of them did never fucked with us like that. Most of them always had some bad shit to say about us. You know? I'm gonna try this one. They all had something to say bad about us. You know? And I always thought it was fucked up. I'm gonna be personally honest. I always thought it was fucked up. And all this crazy shit that they're gonna say about us, they're gonna eat their words. They have to eat their words. You know? They have to eat those words because at the end of the day, y'all niggas knew what y'all was doing when y'all was, disrespecting black people. They disrespected black people just because so they don't have to get looked down on like we were. We were looked at as savages. We were looked up as, vicious people. And it's the reason why is because we defended ourselves. We always defended ourselves. Yeah, we was on the slave area and stuff like that, but we had revolts too. We had revolts. We've been revolting for years. You know? We could say what is it? The Haitians, you know, executed perfectly first. Yes, absolutely. The Haitians did that, but after that they didn't do nothing else. After that they just made a deal with the French. And the reason why they didn't have the they didn't have the economy for the next war. I'm just being personally honest. They didn't have the money for the next war. And you have to think about that. It's like, damn, if they had the money for the next war, maybe their country would be, well, no, I'm not even going to say that. The reason why I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, their country will be bigger than it is now, I'm not going to say that because at the end of the day, them niggas was left alone since the 1940s and still don't have shit. So I'm not going to be like, oh, yo, them niggas would have been, them niggas would have been flexing. I'm not going to say that. It is what it is. I do want to say this. What? I think this is why Africans have. Let me tell you. I think this is why Africans have a problem with. What's the word? I think they have a problem with reparations. They have a problem with reparation is because at the end of the day they couldn't do it for their own country. So if somebody else get it done, it makes them look crazy. They would feel lesser than a person, but it's not that. I feel like if we do it, we can help everybody else. We would have the blueprint. We know what the blueprint is. They just don't want us to do it. It's crazy. It's just crazy how they think that way. Like, oh well, you know what? We don't want them to get reparations. Like, why the fuck would you want? Wouldn't want nobody to get reparations if their culture deserves it. You know. I think this is why I said delineation is very important. You know. Give me a second. I'm gonna find one where you could see where we have to explain to them like, yo, they're um they're against us. They're against us. Let's hear what this African guy said right here. Um I'm gonna start this from the beginning and I'm gonna stop it, but
So look, let's chop it up with the family real quick. Everybody give a retweet to this. Just wanted to ask to the foundational Black American family: is it selfish for us, foundational Black Americans, to really focus on our best interests? There's a lot of these tether trolls. They're making these different rooms where they're basically trolling and whining to foundational Black Americans, complaining that we're not reaching out to them, complaining about this, complaining about that, in the same breath, spewing a bunch of anti foundational Black American rhetoric sounding like white supremacists. Um, it's interesting that these people have this ideology towards us, this kick pull mentality, where they have a lot of contempt, but they need us to kind of carry the water for them and they can't hold their contempt. But my thing, there are a lot of foundational Black Americans who still feel this sympathetic need to try to be on this kumbaya, Pan Africanism, we all one big Negro vibe. I want to vibe with you too. I want to talk to some of y'all. Where am I? Do we have any Pan Africanists who are FBA in here? If you are, raise your hand. Let me talk to some of y'all too, and plus let me talk to some of the people from the diaspora. But if we got some Pan Africanists in here, I would love for you to raise your hand and give us an idea of what's going on with your mentality, your mindset. And what's up, Rico? A lot of people say that foundational Black Americans, because we're looking out for our interests right now, a lot of people are saying we're being selfish, we're being divisive, we're getting all types of epithets and adjectives thrown at us for looking out for our own interest. But everybody else looks out for theirs. Why is it okay for everybody to look out for their own interest? But when foundation
that see, I always tell people all the time that's my problem right with Pan Africanism. They always want to do this we shit. This we shit is the reason why we in this situation in the first place. Oh, shout out to my business partner. Yeah, I'm supporting. So the joint that you see in my reaction videos, that's my logo right here. That's my logo. I know y'all thought it was saying Jamaica. No, I don't know. No, I don't know shit about Jamaica. All I know is about good oxtails and curry goat. That's it. And the rice and beans. Other than that, I know nothing about Jamaica. Oh, I know Wiz Mason's from Jamaica. Hey, everybody, give a shout out to Wiz Mason too. I gotta share some shit to him too. I forgot to share this to Wiz Mason. I know he's going. Yo, why you didn't tell me you was online? He likes my streams too, man. And that's what's one good thing about having a good friend is he'll tell you what to like or what not to like. What he didn't like. Let me give him a share. Hold on. You know, and I know people gonna kill me for doing this, but before I want people to understand what tether is. Give me a second. Oh, thanks, Bobby. Um, Give me a second. Give me a second, everyone. Um, all right. Tether. The word tether, a term used by members of the American Negro ethnic group, referred to later in history as colored African Americans, black FBA or ADOS, to describe Africans and or Caribbean immigrants who moved to America for economic opportunities using the benefits of the American Negro civil rights struggle while uh, simulatingly dispersion the history, legacy, and lineage of the Negro American member. So it's not just. This is what we're gonna. This is what I'm saying. Hold on. Let me move this up a little bit so y'all can see. It's not because you went to another country. I mean, you fled from another country and you came over here. No, it's not being an immigrant. It's just a person who is an immigrant who undermines black Americans. This is the problem where we have with certain Africans and even Caribbean people. They make up this lie where they say, "Oh yeah, tether means an immigrant." No, it has never been an immigrant. It's just a person who it's a all it is. It's just an immigrant coon, a person who undermines the struggle of Black Americans. That's all. It has never been like, oh, they don't like immigrants and this and this and this and that and tether means this, tether means that. No, it has never meant that. You know, and I always tell people all the time, Nigerians is definitely perfect for doing shit like that. You know, I don't have problems with Nigerians. It's just I know they do that shit a lot. You know, that's the scamming country of the world. Them and India, nigga. Those are the scamming cultures of the world. Yeah, India and Nigeria. You know, and it's not to say like, oh yeah, I don't have no Nigerian in my blood. I probably do got Nigerian in my fucking blood, but Nigeria was formed in what the early 1900s, late 1800s. You know, let's be personally honest with this shit. Salute, big dog. Like I always tell people that always has been my problem with certain people from other diasporas and stuff like that. And this is why I always tell people all the time. Hold on one second. I salute Wiz Mason all the time because at the end of the day, he is the person that tries to fix problems. He always has fixed problems. He always wants to help. But when you get other people who come to this country, he's American first. Wiz will always be American first. You know, but other people that come to this country, like there was a kid that me and Wiz Mason used to hang out with. I think he was Nigerian. He used to come over here, used to have a permanent. The kid thought I permed my hair. I was like, I don't perm my hair. Why would I perm my hair? This Nigerian got permed his hair, try to get the soft look, you know, throw the wave cap on. Nigga was doing too much. What was his name? I think it was like Tosin or some shit like that. It begins with a T. Um, the nigga used to hate on the Haitian dude that I used to hang with. I always defended the Haitian guy. I always, looked out for him. But at the end of the day, sometimes with other cultures, they don't look out for the people that are helping them. I'm gonna be personally honest. I always helped him, but at the end of the day, I had to learn the hard way where I had to learn about other cultures. Like, yo, they just don't fuck with Black Americans, you know. And I was fucking with this nigga hard body because at the pause, but that was my nigga, you know. Whenever he needed help, I was there, you know. Whatever. Oh, yo, let's go get some girls. Woo, 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 woo. I put him on to some girls and telling the girls like, yo, this man like you. Yo, give him a chance, man. Yo, he's a fly dude and he's a good guy. You know? This motherfucker, let me tell you how fucked up this Haitian guy was. He tried to do the same thing to me, but at the end of the day, he tried to disparage my name. He's a brain surgeon, I heard right now, but I wouldn't fuck with him ever again. It's just what's up. Last time I seen him, I punched him in his face and I walked away. I didn't want to fuck with him no more. It's just like, yo, my nigga, you're bad luck. And all the people he was friends with, the other Nigerian guy, the other white boy, and the white girl who I'm gonna say low key was racist. She low key didn't like black people, like Black Americans. I'm gonna be personally honest. I think low key she didn't like Black Americans. You know, I definitely wasn't trying to talk to her. I think she was mad at me because I didn't see her attractive, but the other dude seen her attractive. No, you're not that cute. You look like a fucking 12-year-old girl. You know? It's just, nigga, that's just how I am. Like I told y'all, I'm not really attracted to that many white women. I don't even think I would go out with a white woman. You know? That's just me. You know? It's just, I always tell people sometimes, like, my attitude comes. I deal with the consequences of my attitudes. I always do. And the reason why I do, because I'm the one who's saying the shit, and I don't want nobody else to catch, a stray, but sometimes that shit happens. Sometimes that shit really actually happens. Niggas is out here catching strays, you know? Give me a second, everyone. Alright, I sound good. But yeah, this niggas out here catching strays all day. This niggas out here be like, oh, yo, can you calm down on that? Yada, yada, yada. This and that. And you know me, okay, my nigga. I could cool down, man. I could slow my tone and stuff like that. But I just wanted to give that thing about how immigrants feel about Black Americans. But just watch this Tariq Nasheed thing for a little bit, and we're definitely gonna see how they feel about us. I just want to give y'all the definition of the tether was.
Black Americans do it, all of a sudden it's a problem for everybody. Everybody has a problem with us looking out specifically for foundational Black Americans. We have to hold on to some African genetics. We have to hold on to some 1,000-year-old African ancestry that we have not been a part of, for centuries. We're told we got to hold on to all of this stuff. We cannot look at and focus on our own identity. Why is that a problem? That's the question we have to ask. Let's get some of the people on here. All right, let's get KRS B1, hop on, and then we're good.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
What's happening, man? What's on your mind?
Yeah, I just got utmost respect for you and everything. And man, I was in the path of Pan Africanism, but I just got put onto you and was woke in like past couple years. I was at the FBA conference, but man, it's just FBA versus everybody for real. Like we keeping that same energy, like you say.
Did you know your AGI determines which tax
Oh
credits you
shit.
qualify for? But what exactly is?
No doubt. No. Thank you so much, brother. Let me get some more people in. Thank you so much, brother. Let's get what's your name? Scammy Sosa. Hop on, Scammy Sosa.
Nigga said scammy
What's up,
Sosa.
brother? What's up, family?
How you doing, brother? What's on your mind?
Man, not much. Is it selfish for FBA to look out for our own interests? Yes and no. I
How
think it's
so?
both.
How so?
Hey, Bobby, go fuck yourself. I know that's you. Talk about that nigga look like my family member. Go fuck yourself, man.
Um, because I think
Fucking
that
asshole.
we have to hold space and for our other brothers and sisters who might not come from the same exact backgrounds as us. I think that the FBA narrative sometimes can be a little divisive. And I think that there has to be room for logical conversations here because I don't. We're not looking to start any race or ethnic wars or tribal wars or nothing like that. We just want our
Now, how do you think
reparations.
that? How do you think that it can be divisive?
Well, your minions on here, they could be a little
I don't.
radical, you know.
I don't have minions,
Well,
sir. I
yeah,
don't have
I'm not
minions.
saying that you're endorsing them, but a lot of your some of your followers, they can be a little too radical sometimes.
Okay, I have 230,000 followers on Twitter, 300,000 on Instagram, another 200,000 on Facebook, another 200,000 on YouTube. So damn near a million people follow. I can't really control what everybody does.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's
no, I'm not asking for you to control anybody. I already know that's how it is. A lot of
right.
time we get to talking, certain things we say get misconstrued. But that's what I'm speaking to. Not necessarily saying anything that you said. It's just sometimes every single group or just every single um everybody has these radical outliers that can get a hold of these um ideologies and they can abuse them to a certain degree, and I'm not
Ideologies like what, sir?
well.
This nigga and then live talking crazy. Talk about Kobe, okay, man, Musa. Go fuck yourself. That's Bobby right there. The freak daddy dude is Bobby. That's the nigga who talk crazy.
Just ideologies of all kind. I'm not specifically saying the FBA is an ideology because I understand the plight um here in
Now, what's
America.
your lineage? What's your background? What is your
I
background?
talked
What's
to you
your
before, bro. I'm FBA, lineage based. I'm FBA, bro. I'm from Birmingham,
both?
Alabama, Marks Brothers
Okay, both
Projects.
both sides of your family.
Yes, both sides, FBA, both sides.
What is you from Birmingham? Where does your grandparents come from?
Well, on my father's side, they from Birmingham. On my mother's side, they from Maryland, DMV.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, man. But thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, let me get some more people in here. All right,
I don't think that guy is an FBA. I'm gonna be personally honest with you.
let's get some more folks in here. Let's get Vovo Rants in here. Vovo Rants.
Volvo rants.
Vovo. What's up, Vovo? How you doing, brother? Where you from? Detroit? Where you
Cleveland,
from?
Ohio.
Cleveland. Okay, up there in the Midwest. What's on
Yes,
your mind?
sir. It's absolutely not selfish because everybody else is looking out for themselves. They making up shit
Yes.
talking about Latinx and Asian American. All that shit is just made up nothing. If they was really clicked in like that, they should be clicked in where they come from. They should be
Yeah.
Asians where they should be one big Asian over there. They should be one big Latino down in Latin America. We did enough looking out for everybody else. I say fuck them.
Well, there it is. Man, I want black folks, foundational black Americans, to stop feeling guilty for looking out for foundational black Americans. We're doing what everybody else is doing. Everybody else looks out for their group. You look out for the people in your lineage. The only time that it is a problem is when we do it. All of a sudden, when we do it, it's divisive and we're being selfish. And other groups are trying to shame us. Nobody's at liberty to shame us. I want us to get out this habit of trying to appease everybody and we're trying to appease groups who ain't gonna do a damn thing for us anyway. Be proud to look out for your damn self and look out for your group.
Facts.
You don't owe nobody nothing as a foundational Black American. We don't owe nobody nothing. On code, hop on, man.
Appreciate it, brother. I was in that space you was in the other day. I have a question, sir. How do you feel about the calling ICE situation? Me personally, absolutely not. God bless.
Okay, thank you. And that's a debate right now. That's a great debate that's going on now on some of these spaces. Should some FBAs start calling ICE?
Nigga said call ICE. Don't call police, call ICE. Yo, our dogs niggas need to start doing that. Instead of start calling the police, call ICE.
On a lot of these illegals that's coming over here. There's a lot of the FBI police and right.
I'm gonna get to the good
Girlfriend's been upset with me.
Rightfully so. We had to go to compensate.
Disrespectfully to foundational Black Americans, that we have to pay you for injustice which 100% happened to your people in the past. But how are we responsible for that?
Well, the government is responsible. It was the United States government that had my family locked into prison camps called plantations. That's what they were. They were prison camps. They allowed my family to be raped, sold, beaten, and mutilated and brutalized. And our families couldn't do anything about it because of the federal government of the United States. You got that?
I understand that.
So when your family immigrated here, they became a part of that government.
Facts.
So the taxes still has to go to foundational Black Americans, but because we're owed a debt by the government. Do you see how that works?
I understand your perspective.
Listen. Let's slow it down, because listen,
okay.
I didn't put anybody in internment camps in World War II. Nobody in my family put nobody in internment camps. We didn't harm any Japanese people. But
Facts.
in the 80s and 90s, my tax dollars had to go to compensate Japanese people. You see how that works?
I understand that.
I didn't fly any planes into the World Trade Center. None. I don't know any terrorist. But our tax dollars were used to compensate many of the victims of 9/11. It was tax dollars used to compensate them. You see how that works, sir?
That's a legitimate point.
Right. Okay. So now we have to understand the government owes
Facts.
foundational Black Americans, and if you're a part of that government, you're a part of the claim as well, sir. If you knew what the deal was, you know what this government was. This government did an evil deed in order to get wealth, in order to allow your family to come over and enjoy that wealth, because your family came over from Ireland because they heard about this great country with a lot of money that Black folks generated and who didn't get paid, and you said, hey, sign me up. So there you go.
Now, how do you say descendants of Black slaves in America are wealthier than the Africans who, their brothers, their ancestors in Africa who weren't enslaved?
Fuck them niggas. I'm gonna be personally honest. Fuck them niggas. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Them niggas got countries. Those are the niggas who probably sent us over there. So at the end of the day, fuck them niggas. You know, fucked everything about them. Fuck their tribalistic ways. Fucked their bushmeat. Fucked everything. Yeah, we can still fuck their women and all this other crazy shit, but at the end of the day, that shit ain't got nothing to do with us. So what they going through is what they going through. If they had a problem, they should have never sent us over here to America. Instead of like obeying, y'all should have fought.
Slavery, great injustice, but materially
rectified. Our government is giving our
car company.
So that mafia to let him know that he could be touched. That looked like an inside job of what happened to that brother, man. Y'all go listen to my broadcast. I break that down. Let's get Black Power. Excuse me.
This is what
Black Power, hop on. I can hear you. What's up, Black Power?
I can't call it, man. What's going on with you?
I'm good. What's on your mind, brother?
Yeah, I done heard you say this before, but I just wanted to make this statement, man. I noticed, like, when it come to us talking about getting reparations and what's owed to us, everybody got all the excuses in the world, but I can't drive down the highway without seeing a billboard saying "Stand with Ukraine." And just like the last person that was on, they have all these questions. Well, what about this or what about that? When we talking about reparations, but the same people will go donate to other cultures. And like you say, we always talking about the Jewish Holocaust and all that stuff, but like when it come to us, it's like what that's telling me is that they not taking us serious enough, but they gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that.
Respect what you guys are doing.
No doubt. Yeah.
They want to normalize this in our society because they want their numbers to go up now that they're getting rid of abortion, and they don't want our numbers to catch up behind them because black women and white women both get abortions at the same rate.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Yeah. Let's get. Let me see. We got a lot of folks in here. What's up, Roach? Roach Diath. I think that's your name. What's up, Roach? Hop on.
That's that new guy energy.
Oh, he's back. That's the fourth time he's done that.
I think I'm pronouncing your name right. Roach.
Yeah, you got me, Tariq. You got me.
Oh, all right. What's going on with
you,
brother?
Peace, family. I want to real quick. I want to speak on something. I was in your room the other day, and you had a debate with the Haitian guy. And he, remember that? He was talking about how we didn't start any businesses, and he was going in. And, and I was hoping you was going to give me my microphone that night because I'm pretty. You know who CLR Patterson is, right? Yeah, brother. Yeah,
the car company.
Car company. So right when he stopped making cars, he started making buses, and he sold them to Haiti.
Right up in Ohio.
Yeah, absolutely. And Haiti's first buses came from his company. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's
Arrow Boo, are you ready?
Yo, what up, Tariq?
I think this is it right here.
What's up, family?
It's Arrow Boogie too. I'm calling out of Cincinnati, Ohio. But I just had a quick question about the reparations topic. 9 times out of 10, I believe, of course, we deserve them, but are we going to get them? Probably not. So my question is, what would be the next step as far as trying to establish some economic foothold in this country, being Native Blacks, without the reparations?
Okay. Now, why do you think we won't get them?
I mean, shit. This government ain't about to give us no bread like that. Not us. You know what I'm saying? Like just from the history of this country, I just don't believe they're gonna give us anything.
So, are you still gonna vote?
No, I don't vote at all. I voted one time when Obama first ran, and that was it.
Listen, we're not going to get anything from them based on their goodwill. We have to make them give us what they owe us. In the 1950s, you had black folks talking about, man, these folks ain't going to let us live anywhere we want to live. We're going to have to sit here in these segregated enclaves. Man, these folks ain't going to give us no civil rights. People said the same thing. Then in the 60s, what happened? Black folks hit the street and they made it happen. They made these people the white supremacists didn't decide from their goodwill to give black people so-called civil rights and certain jobs and the ability to live in certain areas outside of the segregated enclaves. They didn't just do that on their own free will. Black folks had to put in some work for that.
Real talk. But
so brother, that defeatist attitude, that's some bullshit that you got to get out of your system. That's a defeatist attitude that a lot of older black folks, unfortunately, try to harbor, and then they infuse that into the children. You can get anything done that you want done if you focus on it. Full in the universe. Now they pretend to be. It's like the Wizard of Oz. They're only as powerful as we allow them to be. You can get these folks to do anything. You can get these folks to do exactly what you want them to do. You just got to have the will to stick to it and stop being afraid, and don't be afraid of any kind of bloodshed that might come your way. The cost of freedom is death. Understand that.
That was my next thing. I feel like that we could get something, but it's not gonna be. It ain't gonna be easy. Like everybody just think they
Nothing is
just gonna
easy.
cut us a
We're
check.
dealing
Like
with white supremacy, dude. Y'all, that it ain't gonna be easy. You're not just gonna sit up and just twiddle your thumbs and everything. No, it's not going to be easy. This is why we're getting a lot of pushback. We cannot be
got
afraid of the pushback. Yes, there's going to be pushback. Fuck that. Don't be afraid of it.
you. Nah, I feel
These
it.
people, they're pushing back on us all the time. These people are murdering our babies. We got to
Real
get
talk.
the fear out of our system. They're already doing what they gonna do. They're doing it already. You push back and you stand strong. We gonna get everything we're supposed to get out these damn white supremacists. I promise you, we gonna get reparations. But anyway, thank you for the call, brother.
Yeah.
Man, black folks, y'all get out of here with that butter biscuit bullshit.
Facts. He's right, man. Cause yo, we're the only people that fight for this country. Black Americans. We're talked about as a collectible. You know, we don't got other cultures fighting for this country. It's just it is what it is. But since we're fighting for this country, we need our respect as well. I do see it that way. You know.
I ain't trying to hear all that. What we ain't gonna get. Get out of here with that. That's that civil rights shit. A lot of niggas from the '60s, the John Lewis type niggas. Yeah, after folks got their civil rights, that was fought for from black people on the grassroots. Let's be clear. The John Lewises and all those people, they didn't get civil rights popping. It was the black people on the grassroots, on the ground, putting in work in the streets. They were the ones who got it popping. The John Lewises and all the Boule Negroes, they popped up and started taking credit for stuff. And these were some of the most docile niggas that wouldn't bust a grape anyway. They weren't gonna get anything through. And once the grassroots got all the work done, these niggas popped out here and this not start no trouble now. Let's enjoy all these benefits and these jobs they giving us and all these white women's. Don't y'all kick up no dust. So yeah, I don't want to hear the let's not kick up dust because these folks ain't gonna give us nothing. The hell they ain't. Oh yes, they will. You stay on their bumper, you're gonna get what you're supposed to get. I want black folks to be very clear about that. All right, let's South Saint. What's up, South Saint?
What's up with you, bro?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Man, I'm all right, man. I got so much to say, but I'm just gonna put it in a nutshell, man. I just want to say, man, I appreciate what you're doing, man, and you fighting for us, man. You're gonna go down in history or whatever for this, man, for sure.
Yeah.
And I just want to let you know these Africans, man, that's hating on us or whatever. Y'all got to stop that BS, man. Look, we all from the motherland originally. We all over here trying to do something. All of that BS that y'all doing, and y'all trying to knock us for what we doing over here. You gotta stop that, because all of that shit, it go back to the beginning, how we ended up over here. Them same type of people with that same type of mentality sent us over here for profit. And I was just watching the video of why is Africa still poor, and it went back to the transatlantic slave trade. You know what I mean? We didn't come over here by choice. We came over here by force, when technically we were supposed to be back in our homeland, still building and still doing what we were supposed to be doing. And y'all sent us over here. Our ancestors sent us over here for profit, and that shit backfired. Now y'all over there still poor, and y'all mad that we over here winning. Y'all got to stop. Listen, man, I done been to the feds. I was in the feds with the Somalian pirates, and the Somalian pirates right now is up under FDA Muslims, and they scary as hell. They not tough. Y'all Africans, y'all not hard body. Y'all really soft. So do not come over here playing, and y'all got to respect, because we really moving mean and we moving vicious, and we about to get what's owed to us, and we gonna take off. And if y'all gonna be on y'all gonna we gonna blow past you. So the best thing for y'all to do is to get along with, see what we doing, put your ego to the side, and join forces with us, because the biggest threat to white supremacy is black unity.
Real talk, good talk, man. Another thing, and I'm gonna get you on to next, Jack. Another thing, a lot of people in the diaspora, especially in West Africa, a lot of them, not all of y'all, but some of those tether classes, they have a problem with us pushing for reparations, and there's so much pushback from some of them, and they're trying to undermine and thwart the conversation because they understand something. Many of them believe if we get reparations popping here, sooner or later, we're going to start looking into some of those Elmina Castle books, some of those records, seeing which one of those African tribes sat up here and made money with selling some of the ancestors. See, that's what deep down they got a problem with us looking into some of those West African slave trade books. Who made these deals with the Portuguese and the British and all of these people? Which one of y'all were making these deals and who profited from it? Which one of these families got a bag out of it and started passing the bag down? They think we're gonna start looking into some of those families, which we might. I won't even say that we won't, but we'll get to that when we get to that. What's up, Jack? Hop on.
I just wanted to really quickly address like your is it selfish for FBA to look out for their own interests, and I personally don't think it is. I think everyone should be looking out for their and their people's own interests.
Horns that y'all ship over, your brother.
I won't say the name because it will target me, but I'm a proud African brother.
I'm not going to target you.
No, not you, not the FBS, but these fellow fresh.
You sound Middle Eastern.
No, I'm not Middle Eastern,
hearing
brother.
Middle Eastern. And nobody's damn.
This game, you're not ready for it.
Guest house with the people stand. Admit that you came over here. You fled your home Under Armour.
When they go into
what do you give us? What do you give us when you get? What do you give us besides malaria from the mosquitoes and flies?
I think I picked the wrong one. Hold on.
Juju. Black Pride. Foundational Black Americans. When you think of Black people, who do you think of? You think of Foundational Black Americans. You do not think
in every fucking thing in your neighborhoods that you come and support and line up.
No.
This is it right here.
From the culture.
You see, you're different from us.
Which is the cleanest source of energy and power. So what's going on with our own,
I can hear you. What's going on, Kingdom?
All right. So was the question is about reparations or in particular?
Yeah.
Wow. I'll tell you what I personally think. I don't think that it's the right climate for it. I think if we got reparations, all these youngsters, what they would do is they'd go do stupid shit, end up killing each other over the money.
No, okay. No, I don't believe they're going to kill each other over the money.
I mean, if you understand what I mean, like if
brother,
it's a certain element, hold on. Element, you feel me? That's it's already cats in the streets that got money.
Okay.
It's a lot of cats in the streets that got money. So if you start giving other people money, they're just gonna rob and kill each other for it. I don't think it'll never happen. I don't believe so.
This is another guy here.
I see 2 Belizean flags in your thing. You're from Belize?
Yeah, but I was born here, but my family's from Belize.
You're not qualified for reparations anyway, sir.
That's you can say that.
I mean, that is the truth. I mean, I can say that, but you're not. No, legally, when we would. You're not qualified for reparations for slavery because you're not descended from any slaves in America. So it's not that I can say it.
So Belize is not America.
No.
Listen, South America, Central America, North America, it's all Americas, bro.
No,
it's
brother.
All America.
No.
I'm explaining to you, it's all America.
No.
It's all got captured, buddy.
No.
One of it. Now that's not saying that North America pay me.
This is plebiscite battle. No.
But what I'm saying is all the same. I'm from Belize. No. I know what happened in my country and here. All the same shit happened, bro.
No, you were not enslaved by the United States government.
Listen, the British enslaved all of it. It was the British.
Sir, that's why you got to go to Britain to get reparations. They got character.
I'm not looking for them for reparations, and you ain't getting them either.
Sir, that your family fled from police. They fled,
No, hear
sir.
what I'm saying.
Sir, you
Nobody's
come,
gonna get
sir. No, no,
reparations.
no, no, no,
You
no,
about to
no,
try to tell me something.
no, sir. You've been defeated. You're trying to infuse your defeatist mentality
This
onto
is what I'm
us.
talking about. This is the type of shit I was talking about, like when people do shit like that, where they be like, "Oh, well, you're not gonna get it" and stuff like that. Then he's like, "I bet you don't get it." Like that's some hating shit, you know?
Because you fled from Belize, so you're not getting anything. So you can't project that onto us, sir. You've been defeated and had to flee, not us. You see what I'm saying? See, watch when people come around talking about what we ain't gonna get. Watch when they do that. And then see where they're from. When they come around with that defeatist mentality, man, we ain't gonna get nothing. We need to stop. We need to. When they talk that, I'm like,
Remember,
oh,
you not getting shit, bro.
See, look,
oh,
he's mad
calm,
now.
don't get calm down. That's you getting mad because you had to flee because you failed in belief.
I don't want reparations. I know.
Because you ain't qualified for it. You're not qualified to get reparations, sir. Your family fled from where the reparations would come for you. You see, you're different from us, sir. We're not the same.
I'm not looking for reparations.
Because you ain't getting it. Fled, sir. Your family fled. You come from a fleeing lineage. Y'all fled your homeland, sir. Of course you're not looking for reparations. Your reparations was
like
you
me, bro.
here.
I promise you, you ain't getting the
Your reparations was you coming here to eat off us. That was your reparations, sir. You understand?
What the fuck you talking about, bro?
I'm talking about you come from a fleeing, failed culture. So you can't tell us what we're going to get when you are not qualified to tell anybody about a success story. Right?
I bet you don't get reparations with all that.
That's you projecting failure. We're going to be fine. We're going to get what we're supposed to get because we're not fleeing. We get stuff done over here. That's why your family was able to come here and flee and eat.
You don't get shit done. You just
we
talk with
Fact.
your mouth.
Look at him. Look at him.
Sir, y'all, and you run with your feet.
You just
sir.
run your mouth.
Sir, and you run with your feet.
Nigga say you
fleeing
rubbed your
from
feet.
your failed homeland, sir. Don't project your failure on me because you couldn't get it popping in.
Nigga just...
All right, but I'm not a fleeing nigga. All right, that's one thing about me. I'm a building nigga. I stay and build because I respect my lineage.
Whack nigga, and remember that,
sir.
You're a whack nigga.
No, whack is fleeing and then being mad at the people you fled to, sir. You needed to have all of that energy.
So you talking about me? I ain't
about your family, you and your family, because you ain't back down in your homeland building that shit up. It's still raggedy and fled upon. Just flee from it and don't build it up. I'm talking about you.
Just like me, you don't own shit.
Yes, I do. I am a business owner, and I don't flee. I am a business owner in my homeland.
You run your mouth.
And I'm a business owner.
And fuck these hoes. That's what you do.
No,
fraud, my nigga.
No. You're a little angry tether. You, sir, are an angry fleeing tether who couldn't be successful in his homeland, and you're trying to infuse your failed tether mindset.
So you're the failure, my nigga.
No, brother. You were the one who had to flee. You didn't
know me. I done heard everything you just said, my nigga. You's a liar and you's a cheater. And...
How am I a liar and I'm telling the truth, sir? And you up here trying to plebiscite babble. Well, South America and North America and Central America is all the same. No, nigga, what you talking about? Dumb as hell.
It's all American.
Dumbass nigga babble. That's what
I would say. I'm gonna say this, all right. They're always trying to Africanize us. They're always gonna tell. The reason why I said they Africanize us so they can control the narrative of Black America. You can't Africanize Black America. Black America had an ethnogenesis. We had an ethnogenesis. We had something different than other people and stuff. So. It just doesn't work, It just doesn't work. I'm gonna land right here. Just shit like that. This goes into what we were talking about. You see how he tried to, hide his country, saying that, oh yeah, we ain't gonna get it, and the nigga wasn't even qualified of getting it because he's from Belize. This is the shit we gotta watch out for. This is the shit that we gotta watch out for, because at the end of the day, these people will manipulate us for the white supremacies. The John, we heard what he said. The John Lewis and all these civil rights motherfuckers came in here later after all the motherfuckers did all the work. Talk about, oh yeah, we got to do this. Oh, we can't be doing this. We can't be doing that. Who is this we shit that they be talking about? That's what the shit that we got to watch out for with these people. Big time. But let's get to the main topic. Hold on one second, everybody. Let me get back into the motive stuff. But the main topic is the movie Us about Tethers trying to control the black agenda. So if you've seen the movie, you might not want to listen. This movie was about basically a copy of the other person, but the worst copy of the person, trying to take that other person's life. Try to be that person that isn't really that person, coming into their world and bringing them back to the other world. Well, not really bringing them back into the other world, but destroying them. And if you didn't see it, it's a very great movie. It's called Us. What I think about the movie, I think it's very perfect in reality. You see this girl who goes downstairs, who didn't listen to her parents. The other girl grabbed her and put her in the other room with the other people and stuff, and ran up to the other people, and she's all scared. She didn't know what to do, so she didn't talk for years. All of a sudden, she started having kids and stuff, and being the person that she was, being the person that she wasn't, she was being the person that she wasn't. So that's how the movie was. But at the end of the day, we were thinking that that was the right person, and she was just traumatized. And we didn't know why she was overprotective. We didn't know why this and that, And she was overprotective for herself. That's where it got crazy, because she was overprotective for herself. Not for her kids, not for nobody else, but for herself. Do I see that as an issue? No, not really, but that's how shit pops off. Give me a second, everyone. Give me a second, everyone. Let me check on everybody. Okay. But yeah, this movie was very interesting, because at the end of the day, we could see that as reality. What I mean by as reality is, we have people in this era, in this world, where Black Americans has done a lot. I'm talking about a lot for America, but we look at it as, oh well, they didn't do anything and stuff. Oh, we need immigrants over here, this and that. And don't forget, they just came in the 50s and made the late 50s, early 60s. So we've been doing this for a very long time. We've been fixing everything for a long time. We had our own communities. But to undermine us, you have to bring somebody else in. Like, I get it. Don't get me wrong, I get it. I get it. It's just, everything happens for a reason. I think this movie happened because we technically have people becoming us. Look at the Myron gangs. Look at the Joy Reid's, the what's the other people's name? Academics. All these other people. And yes, they're black, but they're not foundational black Americans. They don't talk for us. You know, they probably talk from a immigrant standpoint, but they don't talk for black Americans. You know, and this is where black Americans is actually fighting back. This is the first time in years I've ever seen them fight back. You know, it was always the gatekeepers, you know, having us in check. They were really the house niggas. I personally thought the black gatekeepers back in the days were the real house niggas, because most of those people were foreign. They came from foreign backgrounds. W.E.B. Du Bois, he was a foreigner. You know, look at Stokely. Everybody always talks about what's his name, Cornell Stokely, but at the end of the day, he wasn't the real person that built it. He was just the face of it. He always has been the face of it. And like, I get it, you know, I get that he was the face of it, but at the end of the day, if we're gonna tell the truth, let's tell the truth. You know, I felt like we wasn't telling the truth about, you know, history, the black power fist thing. And like, by all means, if the Caribbeans want to take that shit, take it. We don't give a fuck. You know how many fucking patterns, so much shit that we have created, we formed. You know, it's just, and I'm talking about the black diaspora. I'm not talking about Latinos. I'm not talking about Europeans. I'm talking about the black diaspora. Like, if the Caribbeans want to take that shit, let them take it. You know, and he was Trinidadian, I believe. And like, I don't care. Like, I personally really don't care. Black Americans just want credit for the shit that we have done. And we have been proven that we have done it. The only problem is this generation of the black diaspora is different. Like, as I've been saying for years, I wish black Americans never fought for that shit for them to come over here, but that was the civil rights. The civil rights has never been on black American side to 100%. They really never helped black Americans 100% like that. They just reap the benefits. I'm going to be personally honest. I think the NAACP and civil rights just reap the benefits of the shit that black Americans has done. I'm just being personally honest, and black Americans has been getting tired of that. That's why you don't see a lot of people in NAACP. The people you see in NAACP, foreigners, bougie niggas, and house niggas, and the buttermilk biscuit eating motherfuckers. It's just, that's it. People don't want to be hearing, oh, well, you know, they've been, no, we don't care. They haven't done anything for us, you know? Like, give me a break, everyone, with that shit. You know, they don't do anything. They don't care for black America. They care for their own people. They brought that tribalistic type of mentality to our world. And that's why a lot of shit doesn't go with them. That's why, like, black people are actually saying, like, yo, where are you from, my nigga? Oh, I'm from Boston. Nigga, what? No, nigga, where's your family from? Oh, yeah, they Trinidadian. Okay, yeah, that's why you act like that, my nigga. Like, I have to explain to my coworkers all the time. I was like, yo, it's your culture. This is why y'all, you know, a lot of Africans bump heads with each other, because it's a cultural thing. It always has been a cultural thing, you know? So, do I see it in a bad thing? No, you know, that's just who they are. They've been like that shit for years. So, you know, who am I to say, like, you know, they shouldn't be doing that? Let them niggas do it, you know? But also, I'm not going to spend too much on this. I might spend another 5-10 minutes on this, and I'm done. But the movie was very powerful. I actually, how about this? We'll see the Us movie and see how much tethering that it was. All right, this is gonna be super quick. All right, yeah, it's gonna be super quick. I don't think I want to do his example because
Us is set to cement Jordan Peele as one of the best modern day horror directors due to the unease and undertones set by his latest creation, The Tethered. Those who've seen Us know that it's one of the most unnerving horror films of the last decade, and that is partly due to the villainous characters that stalk the Wilsons. Throughout this video, I'll be breaking down everything that you need to know about The Tethered as well as the meaning behind them. This is full spoilers ahead, so if you don't want to know anything about Us, then I highly suggest that you turn off now. Don't have to. Doppelgangers. I won't be spoiling the ending of the film or anything, while returning to the mother of the family, Adelaide's childhood home for a summer getaway. Adelaide has a lot of unresolved trauma from her childhood, and at the vacation spot she's slowly reminded of things that happened to her due to some eerie coincidences. This creates paranoia in her mind that something bad is going to happen to her and her family, and after a tense day at the beach, Adelaide and the rest of the family return home only to be confronted by a group of doppelgangers. So who exactly are these? Well, Jordan Peele, when speaking frankly about the creatures, stated the following: "We're our own worst enemy, and that idea created this monster, the Tethered. I wanted to forge this new mythology that explored our duality and the duality of the characters. I think what was a fun challenge for the actors was finding the connections between the characters and their counterparts. So from that we can assume that perhaps the Tethered are birthed through subconsciousness and trauma that manifests in the film to torture the protagonists. At the premiere for the film, when questioned, the director said, 'On the broader strokes of things, this movie is about this country. I was stricken with the fact that we are in a time where we fear the other, whether it's the mysterious invader that we think is going to come and kill us, take our jobs, or the faction that we don't live near that voted a different way than us. We're all about pointing the finger. And I wanted to suggest that maybe the monster we really need to look at has our face. Maybe the evil is us.'"
What does that mean? That's the thing I always explain it to people like that. It's like, what does that mean? They have our face. These type of people have our face, kind of look like us. Actually, could cosplay us. Look at the Idris Elbas and what's the other Idris guy? Idris Dawson or Dawson Idris or some shit like that. The dude who played Franklin. The motherfucker who played Martin Luther King. Chadwick Bronson, he played a fucking black American jazz player. This is the shit that we're talking about. I think Jordan Peele is saying he's leaving something out about this shit. When he's like, oh yeah, people tethering on and stuff, we're scared of people taking our jobs and stuff like that. Black Americans never been scared of anything. We have never been scared of that job. The reason why I made this question is because we got to ask, who are the gatekeepers? Look how they pushed Obama onto us, and we find out he was a tether. His father's from fucking Kenya. He has no connections to the Black American culture. He has no connections to a Black American experience. What, a nigga held you up a few times? The police held you up a few times? Nigga, that's America. You changed your name to Barry, my nigga. You wanted to be white. You can do shit like that. That's what a lot of people do when they come to this country. They change their name into an American name. You know, and it's cool and stuff. If that's what's good for you, that's good for you. Bruce Lee changed his name. Jackie changed his name. I think Donnie didn't change his name. But there's a few motherfuckers out here that changed their name. You know, I had to play that because at the end of the day, this is what Black Americans are experiencing right now. These are the people who are talking to us, talking for us. The reason why I brought this old ass movie up because this is how Black America's feeling. These motherfuckers is trying to take our lives, take our culture, take our well-beings, trying to undermine us. This is what the word tether came from. It didn't come because they're immigrants. No, they came because they were trying to replace us. That was their whole mindset when they even got to these type of jobs that they do. The type of things that when Black Americans shared. You don't think Black Americans share them like, yo, you all right? You know, this and that. Oh, this is a community. And some of these motherfuckers is like, they told us to stay away from you niggas. You niggas is bad. You are killers. That's what they said. Let's be personally honest. Even this girl, she's playing a Black American girl, but at the end of the day, the bitch is from what? I think Mexico? But I think Kenyan?
This makes sense a lot, and though this may be a reach, perhaps the title Us isn't just us, but it's actually also US, as in the United States. If correct, this could also mean that perhaps we must look at ourselves to be positive in order to create a better world for tomorrow. No, this isn't an anti-America hate rant, it's just that perhaps the film is putting the responsibility on us for letting the world get to the point that it is. The scissors too hold their own significance to Peele, which conforms to the overall message of the film. Peele also stated, "When we talk about the scissors and the rabbits, for every choice like that, there are several different reasons that click to me, but the first test that anything passed was the genre test. So, does it conjure the horror genre to me? Which is a limitation that I feel very dedicated to working within. I think rabbits and scissors, they're both scary things to me, and both inane things. So I love subverting and bringing out the scariness and things you wouldn't necessarily associate with that. This again cements that whilst ghosts, werewolves and more may be scary on a supernatural level, in real life when compared to the mundane, they are a mere fantasy. However, everyday life can be subverted in several ways to show just how terrifying our world can be if used with the wrong agenda. This is the true meaning of the tethered. They are us, or rather what we would be if we gave into our deepest and darkest fears and desires and ended up casting out the good within in order to carry out actions that would have a negative effect. Overall, it's a brilliant, unique and enthralling message for a horror film that showcases just how brilliant that Peele is in creating alternate realities. It's no wonder that, similar to Get Out, Us is receiving high praise, and it's certainly one of the smartest horrors in the last decade. Obviously, I'd love to hear your thoughts on The Tethered, and if...
So, alright, I'm gonna land right here, alright, everyone? My theory is this. I think Us was supposed to be called Tethered. The reason why I think it was supposed to be called Tethered because at the end of the day, this is the modern day body snatchers. It's the modern day body snatchers. I take your body, I control your life. I am that parasite that basically tells these people what to do. But nowadays, how I know I snatched this man's life is when I put up my tribalistic flag. I put up the tribalistic flag where people just don't understand. Oh, that's where he's from. That's where that body snatcher's from. And this is when you achieve. After Black Americans did all the work and stuff and set the blueprint out for you, you tell us, yo, you did it by yourself. Even though motherfuckers died for you, got brutally assaulted, sexually assaulted by these little sex demons and stuff like that. The devil, these devils out here, yes. You turn around and say you did it yourself. You did it for your people, the people that you left in another country, probably 100,000 miles away. You know? It's crazy just to think about some shit like that and be like, oh, yo, that shit might be true. These niggas might really be body snatchers out here. I personally, I always tell people Africans are black when it's convenient. Even Latinos, they're black when it's convenient. You know? In the beginning, I had to talk about what people thought about us. We just heard that last caller say, oh, yeah, we don't need reparation, knowing that he can't get it because he's from Belize. Oh, yeah, it's still America. No, nigga, you're not the United States. You got to pick your shit up with England. Yo, I'm telling you, time is going to come. And, like, the Democrats is figuring this shit out the hard way. They sent Alana Paisley in there, try to fix it, talk about reparation. We never heard nothing about it ever again for a whole month. It's probably a month right now the last time we heard her talk about reparations. I'm just being personally honest. She's an agent. Ayanna Paisley is an agent. She don't talk about reparations. Don't let me, and I'm gonna tell her this. All jokes aside, Miss Paisley, if there's an open house where niggas is asking questions, I'm going up there. I'm gonna ask you. I was like, yo, why would you talk? I told her, I'm gonna say this. You talk about reparation. You only talked about it once, and the reason why you talked about it is because Tariq Nasheed was talking about it for 5 to 6 years, and he told them not to vote for y'all if y'all not giving us tangibles. Because y'all been having the same playbook for 80, 90 years. You talking about it once, try to get these little brownie points from us, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna just say this. I was having a conversation with just me and my mind. Me and my mind was having a conversation, and the conversation was, yo, Democrats should be scared right the fuck now. The way how this motherfucker Donald Trump thinks, if this motherfucker pass reparations or even has a hand in it, the Democrats will not, and I believe not, get picked for the next 30 years. At least 20 years minimum. 20 years minimum. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. That's 5 elections. Y'all won't get picked for the next 5 elections, maybe even 7. Y'all should be scared the fuck right now. The shit that y'all were doing, this nigga passed reparations, and if he's smart enough to pass it, the Democrat Party's done. Borderline, I'm gonna be telling you, not just Democrats, CNN, MSNBC, maybe even NBC. Them niggas might be done for the next 5 elections. Maybe even longer. So you have these people cosplaying to being us and you're insulting our intelligence. We have a problem with that. And having Jasmine Crockett out here cooning and buffooning, and I'm gonna be personally honest, I did not expect that shit from her. But she has done it. She has proved me wrong. I just hope it doesn't go any farther. Because if it goes farther, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. There ain't gonna be nothing that any Democrat can do. There will have to be the blackest black type of nigga of all times. Blacker than fucking Cornel West. They might have to be a borderline fucking Tariq Nasheed to be a president. Because I'm telling you, the next 5 terms is if the Republicans pass reparations, at least just the starting of the reparations, it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap, and the reason why is the Democrats had like 6-7 terms to try to pass it and never did. Never talked about it. Always say like, yo, we have other things to worry about right now. We're not expecting the Republicans to do it, but if they do it, I'm being personally honest, it'll be a wrap. And I don't think hold on. It'll be another 7 terms. It'll be another extra 3 or 4 terms if they pass policies for Black Americans. All jokes aside, like a black hate law, something that the Democrats should have done. Oh yeah, niggas would. That shit would be crazy. I'm gonna be personally honest. That's the only way. I'm telling you, this is the only way that Republicans could fix, like, basically to rebrand. If they want to rebrand for Black Americans, that's what they would need to do. All these other coon ass niggas who voted for him was probably Tethers. Cosplaying being us or some just coon ass niggas. It is what it is. But if you want a real nigga to, like, a real black man to, like, vote for you, give them policies and some tangibles. I'm talking about money for the reparations and restitutions. After that, we don't have other than that, we don't have nothing to talk about. I'm gonna be personally honest. We don't have nothing to talk about. But until next time, I might do something tomorrow. I'm gonna write something down. But just think about it. I'm gonna say this tomorrow too. I'm being personally honest. The next topic we're gonna be talking about actually is how can the Republicans rebrand for Black America? But until next time, y'all take care and enjoy, and I'll talk to y'all.